as a lion in our teargarten remembers the nenuphars of his Nile, shall Arius forget Ariun or Boghas, the bear gums of the Marmarazals from Marmenier? It may be tots wearisons full nagging in twenty have signal-posted what in our breathing bust the besieged be dreamt him still, and solely of those liliths undeveiled which had undone him, gone for age, and knew not the watchful creatures at his wake, and theirs to stay. Foy, foy, shamer, misses, Zippy, Zoe, Larson, lads, the gin, it may be we must unhasten selves to declare it that here glimmed presaw the fields of heat and yields of wheat where corn gold ye sit, shamed and shone. It may be we haben to upseek a bitty door, our good township's currents want, we knew it, that with his deep seeing insight had not wishing oft been but good time wasted within his patriarchal shamana broad stain above city Twilby, he conscious of enemies, King Billy Whitehorsed in a Finglass mill, prayed as he sat on anxious seat, "Kunt ye neat gift me to bout a peer saft balds." During that 3.5 hours agony of silence, ex profundis malorum, and bred with unfeigned charity that his word wounder and angles to the teeth, who nomen and nash of gear a hash would go any old where in the weeping world on his mottled belly, the rab, the crepon's need for milk, music, or married mistresses, might mercy to providential benevolences, who hates prudency's astuteness, unfold into the first of a distinguished dynasty of his posteriors. Black-faced Canameras, not of the fold, but elder children of his household, his most besetting of ideas, pace his 12 predominant passions, being the formation, as in more favoured climes, where the meadow of honey is guest-friendly, and the mountain of joy receives of a truly criminal stratum. Hams, crib-cracking eggs, thereby at last eliminating from all classes and masses with directly derivative decausalization, cigarus sic vindicat urbis terrorum sicker, and so to mark a bank tal she arter the obedience of the citizens, elp and health of the owl. Now, good. Let us leave theories there and return to here is here. Now here, 'tis goed again, the tea coffin. Puff, glass panel-fitted feet to the east was to turn in later, and pitly-patly near the porpoise, materially affecting the cause, and this lever is the thing how any number of conservative public bodies, through a number of select and other communities, having power to add to their number before voting themselves and himself town, port, and garrison, by a fit and proper resolution, following a court's order of the groundwet, once for all out of plotty existence as a forescut. So you, mate the skippy, might to your cotton runner on a new pack of clothes made him, while his body still persisted, their present of a pro tem grave in moiletta of the best loaf nig pattern, then as much in demand among Miss One Sands as the Isle of Man today among limnophobes. Whacked even it was in a fairly fishy kettle carry after the Fianna's foreman had taken his handful, enriched with ancient woods and dear duchy deeplands mid, which were an old knoll and a troutbeck, veiny van of her ossery, and a chatty Sally with any wilt or walt, who would ungle her, as Isaac did to the tickle of his rod, and watch her waters of her sillying waters of, and their now brown Peter a ripple. May their quilt gild lightly over his somnolutent form, who for you lies his lass by the wrath of bog, like the erst cursed hun in the bed of his true blue Donahue. Best thou wast to have been underground heaven or mole's paradise, which was properly also an inversion of a fallow pharos, intended to foster wheat crops and to ginder up tourist trade, its architect manager Purel Chasse having been upcated lest he should petrifake such a never, while the contractor, Messrs. T.A. Burkett and L.O. Tuahalls, were made invulnerably venerable. First in the west, our Mr. Builder, Castle Villainous, openly damned and blasted by means of a hydromine system sewn and belting, exploded from a reinvented TNT bombing post up ahoy of 11:30 Wingrests Cirque to stern board out of his aerial torpedo.